Hi and welcome along to the Bias Preview Show, brought to you today by Tresor Paris. That's the excellent jewellery shop based there in Hatton Garden area of London. We did our first show from there last week, and of course, don't forget, if you want to buy anything from them, they've got a brilliant website. All you got to do is go onto the website and you can get up to 10% off if you use the code that is in the link in the description. And the guys from Tresor Paris, remember they gave us those nice bracelets. I ain't got mine on today.
Yeah, neither do I, bro.
Right, but they're only like 70 quid. So use your discount code and you can get money off there. So big up the guys from Tresor Paris. Bias Premier League show coming to you slightly late this week, the Bias Preview show, because of course we didn't get back until quite late yesterday after the game. Successful game over there in Italy, where Arsenal beat Napoli by 1-0. So we're not going to focus on the Saturday games today. We're going to focus on the games that are taking place on a Sunday. And of course, Arsenal taking on Crystal Palace at home, 4 o'clock kickoff. We want to keep that momentum going.
We will, blood. Come on, G. Mad.
Not an easy game.
Nah,
not an easy game.
It is at home. They've only taken a point off us. You understand? Yeah. And that was like 3 years ago, blood. We beat them 5-0 at home last year. You understand? I don't think it'll be a 5-0, but I think it'll be a comfortable win.
But they're going to be one of those teams, right, that they're going to come. We know what Roy Hodgson's teams are like. They're good counter-attacking teams. As a matter of fact, if you look at Crystal Palace this season, they've been better away from home than they've been at home.
Yeah, they beat City, innit?
Yeah, and they beat City, right? So we got to be wary of them because they beat City, and remember,
City normally have, like, you understand? Them and Palace is a mad thing.
I mean, in that game, I remember watching it. City were all over them.
Yeah, battered them.
And absolutely battered them.
Townsend
got that banger.
Yeah.
But it just shows you that you've got to be wary of these teams. Because if we're not wary of them, they can hurt us. If we bring our A game, we should be all right. But if we're not wary, you know, they've got players, Batshuayi, of course, Zaha, you know, Townsend, players that can hurt us. So we're going to have to be on it. But I'm feeling confident that we'll be on it. I'm a little bit worried about a couple of things.
Mustafi. Let's just get it out there, innit? You get me? Because
well, he's done all right recently.
Yeah, but after watching Socrates and Koscielny's performance away from home at Napoli, blood, and now it's going to be Koscielny and Mustafi, blood. Like, it's just...
We conceded 1 goal in the last 7 games.
Yeah, Phil Jagielka, and who was playing in that game?
Mustafi. I don't think that was his fault. And you know, basically, he's played for quite a lot of those games. So I think we're getting a little bit too carried away recently with this whole Mustafi thing, hysteria, right? We know that he's made a lot of mistakes this season, but in recent games, we can only judge it in recent games. In recent games, he's done all right.
Yeah, he's done well. He's done well still, but he needs to do well again. You understand?
You're not having it, are you?
Nah, blood. I want him sold, fam. I'm sorry.
Listen, man.
I want him sold in summer. He's the first man on the transfer list for me, blood. First man.
People were saying that about Iwobi last year. Look.
Nah, but no, hear this now. Mustafi's been here 3 years, blood. You understand? He's had long enough, blood.
Do you remember, actually, when
Mustafi's young. When he first came in, Mustafi was the bollocks, blood. Then he got an injury, and when he come back, he's just been suspect as fuck, blood.
So how do you know he's not fighting his way through that injury now? And,
what, for flipping... It weren't no broken
how do you know
leg?
He's not sort of finding his feet now? Because remember Koscielny, he was finished, innit? Remember, a few games ago, innit? You said... And look at him now.
Blood, Mustafi,
look at his performance the other night in Napoli.
Koscielny and Mustafi are 2 complete different things, yeah?
True.
Because Mustafi has been shit consistently, sorry. He's been shit consistently, blood. Koscielny has not been shit consistently. Then what we said about Koscielny was his age and the Achilles injury. You understand? It's not his ability, yeah? It's the injury that we was worried about and how he's going to cope with it. I've got an Achilles injury, blood. I popped my one. I know how painful that is, bro. Remember how long I was on 1 leg for? You understand? And even now, I can run, but I still feel a little, and I have to slow up. You understand? That's why I was saying with Koscielny. Mustafi has been shit, blood. He's picked up form now, but let's be real. The majority of his time at Arsenal has been a joke, blood. You understand? All this back on top bullshit.
Back on top?
Yeah, like back again, rude boy. You get me? The only thing
recently he's been okay.
Yeah, and the only thing I like about him, yeah, is he seems like he's one of the boys in the dressing room that will line up the place. You understand? Cause I see him doing some stupid ass.
He doesn't give up, does he?
Yeah.
I like it. I kind of like his attitude. He don't give up.
He seems like a team player.
He's a bit of a fighter.
He's got a little vibe to it.
My thing with Mustafi really, actually, is...
Shout him out on his skill. Did you see the skill that he did?
Oh wow!
Wait,
I couldn't believe
big him up on that, blood. Do that.
But you know the thing about Mustafi that lets him down, I just think is concentration. So like he dives into things, and you think, yo, why?
Why? What are you doing?
Crystal Palace when we played him in the first game,
blood.
right?
No need.
When we played it, he gave away that free kick right at the end of the game, stupidly.
Even the Watford game, yeah.
And you thought to yourself, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
It was the same at Tottenham with the Harry Kane penalty. You're like, hey man, just let the man go. What? It's those little bits, it's those rash bits in his game. In general, he ain't too bad, but it's those rash moments that you can't afford to have in the Premier League. But I'm confident, you know what I mean, it'd be really interesting to see what sort of team the manager's going to go with. Obviously, they had that game just on Thursday night.
Ramsey's
out.
They're looking at Torreira.
They're saying he's going to be about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Looking at Torreira,
Xhaka.
looking at Xhaka. I don't really want to see
Elneny.
and Elneny starting. Remember what I said to you about Elneny, that he's a good guy to bring in when you're like 1-0 up, 2-0 up.
Napoli.
You saw that the other night. But from the start of the game, no. It could be a Guendouzi Torreira start if Xhaka's carrying any little knock. Because remember, we also got the game on Wednesday night against Wolves, which is another huge game. Every game, as the manager said, is a cup final. Does he go with Aubameyang and Lacazette? Considering we got that game on Wednesday. It's a lot of conundrums, you know what I mean?
Abba's played 2 full 90-minute games, Monday, Thursday.
But then having said that, we're running out of games, so let's let these men play. I'd go with the strongest possible team. You know what I mean? It's very important that we win this game. Keep that momentum going. Ozil can come in, of course. Iwobi can come in. And I'd go with that midfield. If Torreira and Xhaka are fit, they start for me with Ozil in front of them.
Otherwise, Guendouzi and something.
Otherwise, you can bring a Guendouzi and Torreira, but I wouldn't start with Elneny. Elneny you can bring on later on. He won't let you down, but not from the start. But where you going? Give us your prediction.
2-0. What are you laughing at?
I'm sure I said that when we was talking about it before.
I don't know.
You nicked my score, innit?
No, never.
All right, 2-0.
2-0.
I'm gonna go. We haven't conceded no goals recently, which is great.
No, I ain't Jagielka.
Let me go 3-0, man. 3-0 Arsenal. 3-0 Arsenal, man. A big commanding victory. I think we'll be good with that. There's also another game that's going on, which is also another very important game in the battle for the top 4.
Yeah.
And that is Manchester United going to visit Everton. Everton, of course, who brought us down. I think for United, you know, they lost to Barcelona during the week quite conclusively. By the way, did you see De Gea in that game?
I was waiting for that.
Did you see what David Seaman said in the interview that I did with Seaman?
I ain't watched it yet, you know.
Watch that, yeah? I mean, you're always arguing about this, right?
Yeah.
I asked him, who's the better keeper? Who's the best keeper in the world? He said Neuer.
Yeah, well, everyone's got their
That's
opinion,
David Seaman, yeah?
Everyone's got their opinion.
That's David Seaman.
Yeah, well.
Right?
Seaman
and he said the same thing. He goes, De Gea's brilliant,
yeah,
but at international level, he ain't done it. And again, it's like every time he goes back to Spain.
So then Ronaldo's better than Messi because at international level, Messi hasn't done it.
No, but he's done better
what
than
what
De Gea's done. De Gea's made
what do you mean, bruv? What do you mean, bruv?
De Gea hardly even starts at international level because a lot of people in Spain say, listen, I'd love to have De Gea at Arsenal. He's brilliant.
Did you see Ter Stegen? He didn't celebrate because he said it's a goalkeeping error and that could happen to him. That's respect.
Yeah.
You understand?
He's a good keeper, by the way.
Yeah,
Ter
he's a good
Stegen,
keeper.
brilliant keeper.
Leno or Ter Stegen?
Yeah, at the moment you'd have to say Ter Stegen, innit? Right?
Just did it.
Let me ask you this one actually, just segueing a bit, right? Leno or Kepa?
Leno, man.
That's what I'm thinking. Kepa costs what? It's most expensive
Kepa 70
keeper.
million and he thinks he's the flipping...
Leno,
he's Don Kepa.
We got a steal. We got a steal there for Kepa.
22 million.
Anyway, Everton versus Manchester United, right? Everton, of course, beat us. They'll be missing Andre Gomez. I think that's going to be a big miss for them. But it's at Goodison Park. If Man United lose that game, say we won our game, United lost their game, we'd be like 5 points ahead of them.
With a game in hand.
With a game in hand. I mean, it's a huge game for United. It's a must-win. After that loss in Barcelona, the only thing they've got to play for now is getting into the top 4, and they're in 6th place at the moment. They have to win this, don't they?
Banter FC, 6th again.
They got to win it, though.
Even Solskjaer saying that enough of these men have to pull out their socks, blood. Like he's sticking it on Martial.
All of a sudden as well. That's not
saying that Martial can be sold. Saying that you're not, you get me, you're not indispensable basically. Like if you're not performing.
Well, Martial's inconsistent, isn't he? I think it.
I don't know. A lot of talent there, but
some United fans tell me he's one of the best players in Europe. I'm like, nah,
he's not one of the best in Europe, but he
can be. He shows moments, but he's not consistent.
Yeah, the consistency level, like, you understand?
Rashford's dropped a little recently. He's been missing a few chances. I rate him, but. And then you got Everton, man. Could Theo come on and give us a helping hand?
Theo ain't doing nothing, blood. Theo ain't doing nothing, blood. Fine Wally, blood, you understand? See him on the bench, fam, you get me?
But they got decent players. Bernard, Sigurdsson. Yeah. You know what I mean? They gave us a lot of trouble.
Richarlison.
A lot of trouble. Richarlison. What are you going to go for this game?
1-1.
1-1?
Yeah, man, 1-1. Everton might even nick it, blood, but I'll go 1-1. They beat Chelsea, they beat us.
I'm thinking to myself, United have to win this, man.
Nah, but they won't. That's the thing.
They have to win this.
Ole's at the wheel.
Unfortunately, I think they are. I think 2-1 Man United. They've got to win it, man.
They ain't winning it, bloody
everything's on that game. They've got to win that.
They ain't winning it.
I'll go 2-1 Man United. And then, of course, they're going to just zip into Monday night, right? Because it's our third feature game that we're doing in our predictions. And that is Burnley.
Yeah.
Burnley going to visit Chelsea. Now, Burnley, they're safe now after their win last week, more or less. Chelsea is chasing that top 4. Got through to the semi-finals of Europa League the other night, just like we do, but scored a lot of goals, but then got a load of scares. Kepa again, conceding a lot of goals. And I remember a few seasons ago, Burnley went there and got a win, innit?
Yeah, on the opening day.
Can Burnley do that again?
Not a win. I think they could go there and probably get a draw. I don't think a win. I think a win's a bit pushing it.
Yeah.
But then even a draw, blood, I don't even know because Hazard, innit, blood, like.
Yeah.
What he did to West Ham, and they're at home again. All it takes is that one little moment, innit?
Yeah.
But their defence is suspect, blood, and the keeper's even more suspect, blood.
Kepa.
So it's like, I don't know, man. Where you going in this one?
I'm gonna go. I love Burnley, man, but I can't see it, man. It's too much. Chelsea have to win this. I think, I could see a draw as well. You're right. You can see a draw, but
you can see a draw, blood. But it's.
I think Chelsea, they'll do it again. It's just about scrape over the line. 1-0 Chelsea. No, 2-0 Chelsea. 2-0 Chelsea. Where you going?
1-0.
1-0
Chelsea.
1-0 Chelsea. I remember you need this, yeah?
Yeah.
Because let me just remind you, right, that last week you didn't do too good.
Yeah.
Right?
What do you mean? I did good. I just never got the correct scores.
What do you mean you did good? You didn't do good.
I just never got the correct scores.
Watford, Arsenal, you said it'd be a 2-1. I said it'd be 3-1. We both got that wrong. It was 1-0, but we both got the win right, so we got 1 point. Liverpool, Chelsea, you said 3-1. I went 2-0, exact. I got that. Man United, West Ham, you said 2-0. I said 2-1, exactimundo again. I got 7 points, you got 1. That's now 2-0. That means if you lose this week...
How did I get 1 point if I got all results right but the score's wrong? I got 3 points, blood.
Oh, sorry, you got 3 points, yeah.
I'm saying, blood.
3 points to my 7, sorry.
Sorry, I'm saying, blood.
But you still lost.
So what, blood?
So what? Well, I'll tell you so what. If you lose this week, that's another forfeit you're facing. Because I'll have an unassailable lead.
Man, I'm bad, man.
Bad, man. No, you're not hearing none of the back again. No, and all that.
Yeah, because I'm just being calm with it. You understand?
You're worried.
It's 4:20.
But you're worried.
It's 4:20 today. So I'm in my zone.
What's 4:20?
You know.
Oh, 4:20. This guy, does it...
Shout out the High Park goers, isn't it?
Does anything else in your life circulate around anything else apart from that?
Kids, missus.
Kids, missus, then 4:20.
Yeah. Nah, kids, missus. Nah, kids, Arsenal, then missus, because she's Tottenham, innit? I might even push her even further back. I might even put 4:20 then her, blood. You get me?
Right, and then listen.
Don't watch this one. Hey.
There's one more game, actually.
Yeah.
Cardiff versus Liverpool.
5-0 Liverpool.
Ooh.
They just beat Porto 4-1. 5-0 Liverpool.
It's a game that Cardiff still... Imagine they got a big win against Brighton the other night. If Cardiff was to pull off even a little draw or something.
Nah, but Liverpool, blood, they're going for the title.
Yeah, can't see it, man.
Different animal right now. The way they battered Porto as well, away from home, blood.
Yeah.
Who goes Porto and wins 4-1?
I don't think it'd be 5-0. I'll go 3-1. 3-1 Liverpool.
5-0.
That one's not in the exact thing, but 3-1 Liverpool.
5-0.
Those are the games. Of course, there's a load of games going on today, but we're focusing, as I said, on Sunday's games and on Monday's game. And also, don't forget, the link is in the description. If you want to get something from Trésor Paris, grab onto the link. You can get up to 10% off. You get entered into a draw if you buy something from Trésor Paris, where you can win a pair of tickets to an executive box. We're trying to speech them up to see if we can be in the box as well when you guys go in there, but they ain't really come back to us on that yet.
They come back again.
They've been a bit quiet on that, but we'll wait and see what happens with that one. But looking forward to the games. The sun is shining in England this weekend. Let's hope that Arsenal can keep that momentum going with a big win against Crystal Palace.